loading the van with all the scrap metal out of the plant, what we've actually got left, just so we're on a clean-up operation. Basically, this is our third day in running. This is a beautiful sunny day, as you can see, tyres here.
I don't have time to make pictures.
And then you go into the plant. This was my plant. So I'm walking backwards because this is all I have as a camera to demonstrate. Today is the 13th of the 4th, 2015, and this was one of the plants that I started. I'm just finishing off. There's my forklift behind me, what I used to drive up and down the ramps, loading up. That was what I used, loading up the containers for India to export. There's my Bedford van, what I've always cherished and loved. From my first early days of experience of driving. Back in my ramp, what I purchased, what cost me £8,000. These are bale tyres ready for export to India, and these will be leaving tomorrow. We'll be doing 2 containers. That's Wednesday. I'll be doing 2 containers on Thursday, and I'll also be doing 1 container on Friday, and that will be approximately 20,800 tyres what I've shipped out this particular week, just before I finish my operation. And I've been baling Saturday and Sunday from 5 o'clock till 7 o'clock to bale 4,800 tyres ready for export for Monday morning. And this is the machine what we utilise, was the baler. I bought this baler, it cost me £28,000 when I purchased it, brand new, and had it bespoke made to the way I required it, with hydraulic doors, as you can see, what made the job a lot easier to be able to bale the tyre through, because it's fully automatic. It has a cycle, if you can see that. It has a cycle on there, and you press the cycle, and it does about 6 cycles. 6 cycles it does, and it makes a bale for you, basically, after you inject the tyres. They're about 15 foot high. It's about 15 foot high in total, as you can see it. And also has a pressure of 100 ton of pressure, what presses the tyres through this engine here, what works it, and it compresses them right down. I'll just show you off. Well, it's actually off, so I can't even show you now. But that's the machine. Then we go into my wholesale department. As you can see, the length of it, any one time we would store approximately about 12 to 15,000 tyres on this side, and about on this side about 20,000 on this side. We carry on going down. It's my pressure testing machine with the actual compressor. This is where we actually tested the tyres for any bubbles or leaks of any fringes of any description, what needs to be checked. And after that, the tyre from behind me would go into this department, what is here on the left, where it would go for tyre rim testing. That means we put it onto a rim, like just there behind me, and we pressure test it to make sure on this machine that it's totally okay and fine to be roadworthy. That's how we would do our checks. A bit of stock there, a bit of stock there left, because we're on a clear-up operation this week. We've managed to punch out just under 4,000 tyres to get them out of the way to reduce our stock on this side. And that's in the last 2 days. We've just managed to move X amount of tyres. I'm just walking down to the warehouse. You can see baled again. There's me walking. This is one of our caravans where we used to have a security man who used to live on site. So he used to look after the operation while I was never here. And then we have in this corner behind me is stock what goes over to Africa. And in Africa we have many different places where we supply. Somalia we supply, Zambia we supply, and the Congo we supply. And these would be the tyres, what we have here, will go through export. So these tyres are developed here out of the scrap, what comes in the front door. When that scrap comes in, we identify each part of the tyre's usability to which parts of the world it may be required. That's what we actually do with it first. Then we look for English stock firstly, and after that we look for African stock. After that we grade the English stock into different gradiences of depths per millage, and also the tread patterns, and also the makes, and also the profile of the tyre. These are a few things what we have to do. Once they've gone through that process, then they're put into size category. As you can see on the wall, we have 16, 15, 20, 18 and so forth, going all the way down to the bottom there where you see 13A, 14B, and then commercial department down here. That's where the stock is kept in size and in profile itself. Then that goes out for resale wherever it requires to go. And that's what we do in the tyre industry. I hope you like this video, and I hope it gives you a bit of inspiration and understanding to what you can actually develop very quite quickly in a very small scale of time. If you put your thoughts together, and also if you put your understanding together to enable to perform the way you would like it to perform. This warehouse is approximately inside the space of it. As you can see, it's a very, very big warehouse. It just goes on and on and on, the warehouse. And this was all achieved by myself within a space of 1 year. I moved 3 different places within a year to enable to put this operation together in such an organized, understanding way that it works like a tyre. It just rolls around and it goes around. That's a tyre. So the tyre's components are broken then down to many different forms of minerals. First mineral, what the tyre actually has out of it, is oil. The tyre contains crude black oil, that's why it's black. And the second thing it actually contains is carbon, what we use for inkjets and pencils and pens and etc. That's what's produced from them as well. And the other thing is it has steel inside to keep the tyre grip on the road itself because of its performance. And then also it has one last fibre. What is fabric? Fabric is cottons, etc. Fibres they call them. That's what it actually has in there. So you can see the outside operation, what we was running. Outside here, I'm walking backwards again, like I say, because there's only me. I ain't got no stick or anything. I'm just myself, holding it up to be able to make a short video of myself once upon a time in my life. This is what I actually done because I realised that if you don't capture yourself on video, you haven't really got no understanding for the future to show anybody, because there's no existence of yourself actually, besides the people who knew you. But if you had a little film documentary about yourself, someone will always remember you still to a certain extent until you're extinct. That's just all it is. Anyway, these tyres here, as you can see, that got 1, 2, 3 tyres in. So this has got 2 in it. Some have 3. I'll find you one. That's a 2. No, 2. They're all 2s now. Let's have a look down here if there's a 3 one here. 3 and 1. Here we go. 1, 2 and 3. 3 tyres. So we get them actually put into 3s for export size to, like say, Africa, etc. And the reason why we put them in 3 is because in a container we have to contain a weight of 26,500 tonne. And if we only put them in singly, what would happen is that we wouldn't actually have the tonnage of the actual tyre in that container, what would not fulfill the yield for the customer at the end. Taking in consideration is container cost and shipping cost, etc. You have to make profit from it, basically. So we tripled them to get more units into the loading of the 45 footer, what enables us to take 2,600 units instead of 1,200, tripling it. So that's the triple tyres. They're going to one customer. These are going to Africa. These are very shortly, in the next 2 weeks. And that's for another customer. They'll be going in the next few weeks as well. In this industry, I'm actually winding down this industry. So you can see around what sort of stock levels I have. And today we're actually on Tuesday. And by Friday, this operation will be cleaned, totally free for somebody else to come and rent or utilise the property of whatever use it may want to be used for. Just to give you a size of the property, you can see on the left the shed. That's how big it is. They used to use this for aircraft parts depot, and that's what they used to manufacture here. So there we go. That's the end of the video. I'd like to leave you in good thoughts and good spirit. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Thank you.